I've been working in Terraform and cloud for quite some time now. So decided to do a quick demo of how we use Terraform in most of our cloud deployments. Terraform is a pretty solid tool. It's a programming language. Essentially, you write code and for any cloud provider, and it would deploy resources in that cloud infrastructure. So you don't have to go and manually, launch VMs. This is very useful when you have like hundreds and thousands of VMs to manage and launch. This becomes really useful. Um, Terraform has a pretty good documentation, so you can read through here more. But I'm just going to go ahead and give you a quick demo of how you can use it with Microsoft's Visual Studio Code. This is also a very solid tool that we use. Um, so the way it works is basically you define files in a folder with .tf format. So anything under in a working directory which has .tf, Terraform knows that okay, I have to read this file and look up the code and do something with it. So it's very critical that you don't define any other files and write codes in with .tf. Otherwise, there will be issues. So with this, quick demo, I'm just going to use, define a variable .tf where I have defined this variables, which you'll see in this code here. So resource group. So we're deploying Azure right now. So Terraform has this module called Azure RM underscore resource underscore group, which essentially is used to deploy resource group in Azure. So this is the very simple block. Resource is resource group, and then tag. This is the tag that is very critical, that we define this very something that we can identify this resource with. And location. So in resource group, we want to create this resource group in this location. So if I start typing, it knows that I have already defined this variable in this file. So Terraform identifies that, and you can simply just hit enter and you have it. It would also be looking at, so I have two variables, tags and tags -ta. So here it is, tags -ta. So you define this, and I'm just gonna go ahead and simply just run this right now, just to create and just to for you to see how simple it is. So if you're using Mac in VS Code, you go simply to Command Shift and P, which will gives you this option like Azure. First you have to sign in, so let's do sign in, and this will open a site and you just pick your account and you're signed in, and that you can see here that's already connected with your Azure. Now you do Command Shift P again and do plan, Azure Terraform plan. So if you start typing here Azure and then Terraform, So you'll see all the possible commands that you can run. So first we are going to do init, because this is a brand new directory, so I'll have to initialize the Terraform here. So we'll do this, and it will ask you to open Cloud Shell. You say okay. This is going to go ahead and request Cloud Shell. It will just take a minute here. Okay, this is all automated from VS Code. This is also now downloading all the required Azure RM modules from Azure Terraform. So it has initialized. If you can run this command, it has already pushed those files that we've created, .tf files, variable, and rg.tf and vm.tf. It has created all those. It has also started this, it has imported the plugins required. Now there are two ways to run the next command. You simply run here on the command line here, or you can do from VS Code, do Command Shift P again and type your command. Now next we want to do is to plan. A plan is basically, it is going to read all this code and gives you what are the resources you'll be creating with this code. So it is not going to create anything. This is just going to give you what it's going to do, and it's also will throw any error if your code has any issues, or there could be any number of issues with the code. So the best way to find out is to run the plan command and see what we're doing. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that from there. It's going to refresh the files. It's going to reload all the files from your local machine to your cloud drive, and it's going to generate. So as I said, there could be a number of reasons why with tag T has not been declared. Do you mean tags? So yeah, tags. So there was an issue there. So tag, and that's why it failed. So I had intentionally left that just so that we can see what the plan command does. So again, we will save P, and again I ran the command, and it's again going to sync all my files from their local directory to the cloud, and it's going to do the plan. Okay. Okay, so here it is. See, what it's saying is this execution plan is saying that there is a create command here. All the greens are create, all the plus greens are the create. So it's going to add this resource group with this tags and this location. And it's going to create this resource group in east.us. So if I change my east.us to, let's say, central US, and save it again, plan, and it's going to again load the files, and it's generating the plan now with, it should have the central, yeah, see, it has the central US. So now as you can see, it's doing what we are asking it to, right? So the plan is to add one resource. Okay, there nothing we are changing, we are not destroying anything. We'll go on to this change and destroy later on, but first we need to create this resource group. So I'm going to go ahead, Command Shift P again, Azure, Terraform, and apply. Now it's doing the same thing what plan did for the first part. It's going to load the files and it's going to generate the plan first. Right, so the same thing as the plan did, right? So, but difference here is that it's asking us, do you want to perform this? And I'm just going to say yes. All right, so you see within just less than a second it has already created this resource group. So if I go ahead and do portal and go to my resources, and you'll see here is the one landing here. Here's the resource group that we created. So yeah, so that's the first resource that we created. And next we can go ahead and add a VM, which we'll do later on. But first I'm going to see I'm going to show you how to destroy this. Terraform destroy. So destroy is going to also do the same thing. First it's going to create a plan for what we are destroying, and what we are destroying is everything that's in those files. So you have to be very careful running this command, because you can literally destroy the entire account here. So as you can see, whatever we created in this file is going to destroy that. So what we're destroying is resource group this, and plan is to nothing to add, nothing to change, and one to destroy. So I'm going to go ahead and say yes to destroy, and all right, so let me go here and refresh. Yeah, it's gone from here, so it should be done here. So yeah, a minute. So now right now we have only we had just created one resource group, right? But if we had VMs created under this resource, or any resource disk or whatnot, it would have asked us to whether if we want to destroy all those resources, because essentially those things we've defined here in our files. So this is we need to be very careful when we do this, when we run this destroy command. And now there are some files that Terraform creates, which is the Terraform tf.state, which keeps track of all the things that's being added and removed and everything as of now. It knows what's in your what you've defined in your Terraform files and what you have deployed. So these are very critical files when it comes to Terraform. So yeah, for now I'm just gonna wrap this up here. As you can see, this is very powerful tool, along with VS Code. This is pretty awesome. I'm in the next video I'm going to create a VM, and add some more resources and change resources and things like that. So I'll see you next time. Thanks.